What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JBsports back again with another one. Gonna talk about the GWOAT, Claressa T-Rex Shields, the greatest woman of all times, is being called out by UK's own Savannah Marshall, who's fresh off a victory over a no-hoper fighter by the name of Mildred, who took the fight on 1 week notice. And she gave her a proper beating, as they say in the UK. Stopped in the second round, dropped in the first round, and dropped again in the second round. And she waved the white flag, and the fight was stopped in the second round. She got on Sky Sports right after that fight and basically said Claressa Shields don't want to know, don't want to see her. Basically what she says by she don't want to know, basically what that means in the hood is Claressa Shields don't want no smoke. Claressa Shields ain't trying to see her. And that can't be nothing further from the truth, because Claressa Shields say, get the money right, Eddie Hearn, and I will give her a proper beating, as they say in the UK. I will give her what she's looking for. She's not on my level. She's too slow, too basic. In the words of the great Floyd Mayweather Jr., straight up and down, no special effects. She's not capable of beating me at this moment. I'm on another level. I'm the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world right now. Better yet, I'm the #1 greatest fighter, greatest female fighter of all time. You can put me ahead of Lady Ali, the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. Put me ahead of all of them. I'm the greatest and the latest. And she says that Savannah Marshall is just too slow, too basic, and ain't really fought nobody. Basically what Claressa Shields say. Look at her resume. Resume is thinner than synthetic oil, thinner than Alec McBeal. Look at my resume. And in my opinion, this is my opinion, I think Savannah Marshall, I'm not even sure she beats Gabriel Marshall. My bad. I'm not sure she beats Hannah Gabriels. And Claressa Shields fought her like early in her career, like a third or fourth fight, or maybe fifth fight at the latest, and beat her. I don't think she beats Hannah Gabriels. You know, I don't know if she beats Christina Hammer. Those two. She hasn't fought anybody. You look at her resume. I think she fought the lady Rankin. That's the only one I recognize on Savannah Marshall's resume. Rankin. I seen her fight. She's decent, but she ain't no top level fighter. You know, let's just do a ranking of the top 5 female fighters today in the sport of boxing. Obviously, Claressa Shields is #1. I would put Hannah Gabriels #2. You know, I put her right there. She gave Claressa Shields her toughest fight of her career so far. I put her #2. I will put the lady, I can't remember her name. What's the lady that beat Cecilia Breakers? Beat her both times. Beat her up in Oklahoma City, and I think she beat her in this last fight, might even been in Dallas. I can't remember her name. I put her #3. I put Amanda Serrano #4. And then, you know, Savannah Marshall could be at #5. Her and Katie Taylor could battle out for the 5th spot. Katie Taylor has a better resume. Savannah Marshall's been more dominant. You know, it's been against weaker competition. Katie Taylor arguably lost her, not her last fight, but a fight before her last fight. She arguably lost that fight. She fought did she give the girl a rematch? I think she did give her a rematch and beat her, but she arguably lost the first fight. I don't know if she gave the lady a rematch, but she's been far from dominant, and I would want to see her fight Amanda Serrano. I think Amanda Serrano beats her. But those are my top 5 opponents, but it's a huge gap from 1 to 2, actually, let alone 1 to 5. So she's not on Claressa Shields level. She's beating Claressa Shields in the amateurs. Everybody want to throw that in Claressa's face. Oh, she's beating you already. She'll beat you again. That's the amateurs. That's amateur boxing. Amateur boxing and professional boxing is just like night and day. It's just like college basketball compared to NBA. There's a whole 2 different styles, 2 different levels of playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same. And plus, Claressa Shields has grown so much as a fighter since then. Has improved so much as a fighter since then. And Savannah Marshall just don't have the ability to beat Claressa T-Rex Shields. She's got the power, but I think her power might even be overrated based on the lack of competition that she's fought. She hasn't fought anybody. Fought a bunch of ladies that's on 1 week notices or short notice, and she's going in there looking like Wonder Woman out there with the lasso and everything, and everybody thinks she can beat the GWOAT all of a sudden. And look at the GWOAT resume. She's been in there with the best of the best. And Savannah Marshall's been in there with the less of the less. So I don't see it happening. Hopefully the fight gets made. Claressa Shields then told Eddie Hearn like Cuba Gooding Jr. told Tom Cruise in that movie. Show me the money. If he shows me the money, shows her the money, Claressa Shields says she has no problem taking Savannah Marshall behind the woodshed and giving her a proper beating, as they say in the UK. Give her what she's looking for. Make the fight happen. That fight could probably be on pay-per-view. Or maybe that fight could just be on DAZN, which is basically a pay-per-view, a lower level pay-per-view. Put that fight on the app, and that'd be a much exciting fight. The fight can happen in the United States or in the UK, according to Eddie Hearn. They could put that fight in Flint, Michigan. She draws good crowds there in the hometown, or maybe they put it over there in the UK. If they give her more money, Claressa Shields probably has no problem going over there to the UK and giving her a proper beating over there. One thing I can say that's good about Savannah Marshall is she's a female version of Tyson Fury with more power. But like I said, I don't know how great her power is based on the lack of competition that she's fought thus far. But she's got great upper body movement. She fights the style of a Tyson Fury, but her hand speed is just going to be her downfall facing Claressa Shields. When she drops her hand, Claressa Shields going to make her pay. She ain't going to be doing all that posing, got her hands down, moving up, and just basically going off of upper body movement, head movement, and basically ain't using the high guard. She gonna use that high guard for the first time when she fight Claressa Shields. Best believe that. She gonna have the high guard up. You gonna be like, nah, I ain't never seen it in the high guard. Yeah, she better have that. You gonna have that high guard up because she fight like she been fighting with her hand down and just like I said, just using the head movement, upper body movement. Claressa Shields gonna go off on her. She gonna tee off on her. She gonna be hitting her with 2, 3, 4, 5 punch combinations, and this is gonna get real ugly, real fast as far as Savannah Marshall goes. So we will see what happens. We will see what transpires. But all these UK fanboys and fangirls of Savannah Marshall, ain't nothing wrong with being a fan. Ain't nothing wrong with being a delusional fan. But for you to think that she's just going to go in there and knock out the GWOAT, you're going to be in for a rude awakening when these two female fighters get in the ring and square off. Because it's going to be it's going to be a boxing lesson that's going to get taught in that ring when them two get meet up. It's going to be a levels that's going to be real pronounced. The levels that Claressa Shields is on and the level that Savannah Marshall is on. Not to say that Savannah Marshall is not a good fighter. Like I said, she's top 5 in my opinion, but this is a huge gap between 1 and 2, let alone 1 and 5. And that's the level that Claressa Shields is on. So I look for her to take care of business and put Savannah Marshall, like she did all her last opponents, put them in survival mode and have her grabbing, holding on, having a high guard up for the first time in her career because she's not going to be able to handle the hand speed, ain't going to be able to handle the footwork. She ain't going to be able to handle the technical level that Claressa Shields is on. She ain't going to be able to handle the jab. She's not going to be able to handle the body work that Claressa Shields is going to be using for her. And she's going to have to fight off the back foot more than she ever fought in her whole career fight Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields is going to back her up. She thinks she's going to come in there because she got power and she's going to have Claressa Shields on the bicycle moving around. That ain't going to be the case. It's going to take more than a power to beat a fighter of the capability of Claressa Shields. You can't just beat her with one dominant thing. You got to have many attributes that you bring to the ring to have any kind of chance of competing with her, let alone beating her. And she don't have nothing but power. Like I said, she's too slow, too basic, and ain't been in with the proper competition to get ready for a fight of the caliber of T-Rex Shields. And it's going to be on full display when those two female fighters grace the square circle. Let me know your thoughts, who you like in this fight. I like Claressa Shields by unanimous decisions, a shutout. Maybe Savannah gets a couple of them early rounds. But as the fight goes on, the gap between those two is going to be wider and wider and wider. So I look for Claressa Shields to maybe get a shutout, but maybe Savannah wins one. If it's an 8-round fight, it could be 7-1, 6-2 if I'm being generous. But it's going to be a clear victory and a unanimous decision victory as she puts Savannah Marshall in survivor mode and wins and coasters her way to another dominant unanimous decision victory over Savannah Marshall. Let me know your thoughts, who you like in that fight. You think I'm wrong? You think I'm wrong in the 2 left shoes? Let me know your prediction, who you like in that fight. I'm just giving you my prediction, who I like in that fight. Give me yours. Let me know your thoughts on this matchup between Savannah Marshall versus the GWOAT, Claressa T-Rex Shields. Let me know your thoughts. And subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I'll holla.